Something huge is happening in the world of real estate. I mean, a deal so big, it's going to completely reshape the landscape. So today, we're going to break it all down and figure out what this merger really means for the thousands of agents caught right in the middle of it.
All right, let's get right into it. So you've got Compass, one of the fastest growing names out there, and they are buying up a bunch of their biggest, most recognizable competitors from the giant. Anywhere. This isn't just another acquisition. No, this is a landscape-altering move. Why? Because of the sheer market share we're talking about here. You're basically smashing two titans together, and that could completely upend the competitive balance in major markets all across the country.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? See, this isn't just some deal happening in a fancy boardroom. Nope. This is a story about thousands of people, thousands of individual careers. And, as you're about to see, the industry is, well, let's just say it's completely split on what this whole thing means. Okay, so to really get a grip on this, let's start at the very center of it all, the deal itself, and how things look from inside the company that's making it all happen, Compass. So, if you're a Compass agent right now, you're probably feeling pretty good. The vibe inside the company is just overwhelmingly positive. A recent survey showed that their agents are, for the most part, thrilled about this deal. They see it as a massive opportunity for growth, for more market influence, the whole shebang. But it's not all sunshine and roses. Even with all that excitement, some of their agents do have some pretty specific worries. They're looking down the road and seeing a few bumps. Things like a potential culture clash when you try to merge these two different worlds. And then there's the challenge of recruiting new agents. And let's be real, the huge amount of debt Compass is taking on to pull this off. And this quote right here, wow, it really hits on a super practical, real-world frustration. This agent is basically saying, hey, I can't grow my team anymore if the people I want to hire are with an Anywhere brand. For a team leader who's all about expansion, a rule like that is a major, major roadblock. You can feel the frustration there. Okay, so that's the view from inside Compass. But what about the other side of the coin? What about the thousands of agents working for those Anywhere brands? I mean, they're the ones right at the epicenter of this massive change. Right. So for these agents, the ones being acquired, the picture is, well, it's a lot more complicated. You've got this mix of real apprehension about what's coming, but also this kind of surprising willingness to just hang back and see how it all shakes out. And this is the crucial part, get this. Even with all their concerns, almost nobody is heading for the exits, at least not yet. The data shows that just a tiny fraction of Anywhere agents are planning to leave before the deal is finalized. Most of them are taking this wait-and-see approach. So what exactly is on their minds? What are they worried about? Well, their concerns pretty much boil down to four main things that hit right at the heart of their day-to-day business. Yeah, this table lays it out perfectly. It really all comes down to one thing: preserving the business they've worked so hard to build. They're asking questions like, is the culture I love going to just disappear? Are my commission splits going to change? Is my manager, who I trust, still going to be around? And oh boy, do I have to learn a whole new tech system? And, for a lot of these agents, it really just comes down to the bottom line. This one quote says it all. It perfectly captures the kind of conditional loyalty that Compass is going to have to earn. The message couldn't be clearer. If this deal messes with my money, I'm out. Simple as that. But it's not all doom and gloom, not at all. It's super important to point this out. For 1 out of every 4 agents at these Anywhere brands, there's actually a lot of excitement. They're genuinely looking forward to joining a brokerage that's known for being so tech-focused and growing so fast. Okay, so we've heard from the people on the inside. Now let's pull the camera back. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. What does the rest of the industry, all those agents who have nothing to do with this deal, what do they think about this massive consolidation? And wow, the divide it's stark. It's not even subtle. On one hand, you have the Compass agents, who are super optimistic. No surprise there. Then you have the Anywhere agents, who are basically split right down the middle. But the agents on the outside, they're overwhelmingly pessimistic. Most of them think this whole thing is just plain bad for the industry. And that skepticism, it runs deep. They're not buying the official story. They don't think this is just a simple business move to grab more market share. No, they suspect there's something else going on, some other motive playing out behind the scenes. So, naturally, all that skepticism leads to one big question. If it's not just about market share, what do agents think is really driving this deal? And this is where it gets really fascinating. It's all about how different groups see the why behind it all. Compass agents? They tend to think it's about giving their CEO, Robert Rufkin, more clout to shape industry policy. But the outsiders? Oh, they see something way more aggressive. They think it's a raw power play to just crush the competition, or maybe even just a vanity play. So, here's where we are. You've got pure excitement on one side, this sort of cautious wait-and-see vibe in the middle, and then deep, deep skepticism on the outside. It feels like the entire industry is just holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next. So that's the state of play, right? You've got an industry just bracing for what could be one of its biggest moments ever. Compass agents are fired up and ready for growth. Anywhere agents are concerned, but they're willing to give it a shot. And then you have pretty much everyone else just watching from the sidelines with a whole lot of suspicion. And all of this leaves us with one final massive question. Is this going to be a hugely successful merger that creates an unstoppable industry powerhouse? Or is this the first domino to fall in a massive talent exodus that completely rewrites the rules of the game? Really, the future hinges on one thing. Can Compass win the hearts and minds of its new agents and prove all those skeptics wrong?